On this week's Silver Screen Report, we're on the scene at last week's evacuation drill, visiting Kelly Payne's sociology class and taking you inside the Actors Anonymous Drama Club.
Good afternoon, Dutch Fork. Today is Friday, September 28th, and your Silver Screen Report starts now.
Last Friday, students and staff participated in the first full-scale evacuation drill of the year. Here's Trey Wood with the details.
Students and faculty evacuated the building last Friday.
This drill, I think it went very well. The students seemed to have an idea where they were supposed to go. They followed their homeroom teachers. Some of them, once they got to the stadium, had to locate their teachers, but they did. It took a little more time, I think, than we originally wanted. But again, when you're evacuating almost 2,000 students, that a little bit of that's to be expected.
Administration says it is important for students and faculty to practice evacuation procedures.
I think it's important to have drills so that we have an idea of how we need to operate as a school in time of a crisis.
Although the drill was necessary, students say they were uncomfortable and hot.
It was very unorganized, but I guess it was helpful.
This is one of many drills that Dutch Fork High School will experience this year.
A variety of drills. We'll have an intruder drill, we'll have several different special action drills, we'll have a reverse evacuation drill.
This has been Trey Wood with your Silver Screen Report.
Leading up to tonight's homecoming game, students participated in Spirit Week by dressing up and showing school spirit. Mason Barr has the story.
Spirit Week is an event planned by Student Council to get students excited for big sporting events.
Spirit Week is a week for everybody to get hyped for the football game Friday and for everybody to show their school spirit.
I participated in Spirit Week this week because I wanted to have a chance to express myself, and I think students should be able to express themselves in different ways.
Well, my friends kind of pushed me towards it, so I just did it, and I was like, well, why not?
Students say they enjoy expressing their creativity and dressing up with friends to show school spirit.
Well, there was a Vine where it was like whenever your friends come over, it was all these girls or boys, and they were all doing this, and they were like dancing around. And I was like, oh, I could do that.
Actually did something different this year. We made a poll on our Instagram and on Twitter. We asked what people wanted, and we just asked everybody what are some things that you wish we did for Spirit Week? And so we get their ideas, and then we take it in front of the whole council.
I think I was more excited about today because my potato.
I'm kind of excited for Make It a Great Day or Not because it's a very Dutch Fork saying that we know, and because you get to dress sloppy, and I love that. I do it every day, so.
This has been Mason Barr with your Silver Screen Report.
For this week's Kids in the Hall, we asked students what they would choose for Spirit Days.
A professional dress stick, where you're supposed to dress like you're going for a college interview.
If I could create a Spirit Week theme, I would do Generations Day, where you could either dress up like an elderly person or a baby.
Chef Pajama Day, so it'll be cool, dressing in your pajamas, and then it's to lounge around and stuff.
Probably video game day, a day where teachers have to teach all their classes and with video games.
Fox Focus Time allows students to catch up on their assignments, talk with friends, and attend club meetings. However, with that freedom, rules still apply. Here's Lydia Bass with the story.
Students and faculty adjust to new Fox Focus and lunch schedule with positive feedback.
Students should be with a teacher or adult, and most of the students should be in a classroom or another space like that. A few students, small group of students, can be with a teacher on duty if they're getting help, but we've got these signs posted all around the school.
While it's taken the school a little bit of time to adjust to the schedule, I really think this is a better schedule. It's more student focused, gives students and teachers a whole lot more flexibility. It also asks them to be a little bit more responsible, but I think it's worth it.
During Fox Focus, I normally go to Miss Jason's room and work on my art or hang out with my best friends, maybe do some math that I haven't caught up on yet.
Although Fox Focus is a student's time, there are consequences to not being where you're supposed to be.
Discussions as an administration and as a faculty that certain grades maybe are not handling the freedom as well as other grades, and so there is a possibility that a whole grade could be assigned a homeroom.
Teachers and students both agree that this year's Fox Focus time makes their schedule more flexible for assignments and activities.
I have seen such great learning and tutoring happening during this time that I don't think would have happened otherwise. I walk by the science lab and I see 15 students in there getting help.
I love having this time to focus on whatever I haven't done yet. Either it's homework or just talking and chilling out after half of the day is over.
Students are expected to be in a classroom during Fox Focus. Those who continue to walk the halls will receive a 3-hour detention. This has been Lydia Bass with your Silver Screen Report.
Many South Carolinians have a rich history within their family. Stories of blood, sweat, and tears fill our state's history. This rich history was on display last Friday when historian Jackie Whitmore spoke with sociology students. Allie Sessions was there.
Historian and genealogist Jackie Whitmore came to Dutch Fork last Friday to speak with Miss Payne's 7B sociology class. He spoke about historical events in Fort Mont and his own family history.
He talked about the plantations that they were on. He talked about basically the slave owners that was over his family, how he met them, he got introduced to them, and basically to sum it up, he just really talked about what he has gained from it and how it's helped him to become who he is today and helping him with his everyday life.
I thought that he had just a whole wealth of knowledge to share. My sociology students right now are studying changes in society, and I thought that the topic of blending genealogy and the importance of hallmarking history in preserving those relationships was so important to share with them.
My personal experience with genealogy has been very unique in that I had the opportunity to do the genealogy for my mom's family and my father's family. I always tell people, when you do genealogy on your own, it's your parents and then it's your grandparents. And you have 2 grandparents, and each one of those grandparents have parents, and those parents have parents. So it's been very interesting to go back in time, to take a look at, you learn about where your people lived, if they went to college, who were ministers, who were educators, who were midwives.
Jackie and Ms. Payne share the same belief that retrieving cultural, historical, and social artifacts are important to remember personal history.
I believe it's important because they tell a story. I think that, of course, reading things are interesting, but it's also more interesting if you can enhance that experience by holding something. And plus, those are social artifacts. So what it really does is it describes what life is like every day. I just think that it makes it a much more enriching and holistic experience.
I think it's very important because what happens is at the point in time, those things won't be around. And so we learn from those things to get the opportunity of how things happened in the past, how people lived in the past. And I think it's very important to go back, take a look at those things, have those things in hand.
While Ms. Payne and students are appreciative of Mr. Whitmore's visit, Jackie hopes that the students will rediscover their own family history.
I hope that my presentation today will allow the students the opportunity to think about their own families and their own family history and their own stories. Give them an opportunity to think about where it is that they came from. I think when you start taking a look at your own history and your own dynamics, good, bad, or ugly, whatever it is, I think it makes you think about other people. It shines some light and perspective on how you value people, how you appreciate other people.
I've always had an interest in my roots because me particular, I know that I have some traits from my ancestors. So yeah, I've always wanted to, and that just made me want to do it even more.
This has been Allie Sessions with your Silver Screen Report.
Students interested in acting and theater gathered in the drama room last Wednesday to discuss their plans for the year. Here's Jakari Struble with the story.
Actors Anonymous creates a place for theater enthusiasts to discuss their passion and support the arts.
Actors Anonymous is a place where, theater people and people who want to do drama can get together and hang out and talk and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun.
I think it's super important to join Actors Anonymous if you're into theater at all, because not everyone understands why theater is so amazing. It's very much kind of looked over, especially because they're like, well, why would I want to go see a play when there's movies? But we understand why theater is important, and we understand why it's such an amazing thing to do.
Sometimes at schools there isn't a lot of emphasis on
arts and theater programs, so it's really important that we all get together and like discuss things that we need to do.
The group is important because it gives kids that aren't necessarily in the acting classes an opportunity to get together and be with like-minded individuals who also enjoy theater.
Discussing theater, going to shows, having parties, and creating a community for actors is just a few of the goals for Actors Anonymous this year.
People should join because it's a lot of fun. Like, we laugh and we have like a lot of like parties and stuff, and we go do things, and it's not just like, it's definitely not just a club where we meet and just like talk. Like, we also like, we do things outside of it so that we can like, you become like really close friends. Like, people from past years are like some of my best friends.
We just get together and we hang out and discuss things we want to do throughout the year, and like you know, shows we want to get involved in, and we just hang out.
We seem to have a lot of parties planned, so they'll be doing a Halloween party, and then they want to do a cabaret. So if you're excited about performing or being up in front of people, it's a wonderful chance to get to do that.
This has been Jakari Struble with your Silver Screen Report.
The SAT word of the week is anonymous, an adjective meaning being unknown or unrecognized.
As a new segment this year, the Silver Screen staff has decided to produce a random minute. Here's the first installment.
It's no longer a mystery. Here's this year's Silver Screen Report staff.
Where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see you. Pretending you got a silver. You're the human being, 'cause I can see the way you shake and shimmer.
And now for some announcements. Monday through Thursday, students must be in a supervised location during your Fox Focus time. This includes any of the designated tutoring labs or teachers' classrooms with a yellow or green sign on the door. Students are not allowed to congregate in the halls or stairwells. The chorus students are selling cookie dough, tumblers, and NAA fan flags. See chorus student or Amanda Rush in room 403 to order. Orders can also be placed online at bit.ly/d4hschorus. A representative from South Carolina Governor's School will visit campus next Thursday during Fox Focus to discuss their summer and residential programs. Swing by the school counseling office for more information. Now here's Kylie with more.
Thanks, Maddie. Beta Club members, pay your fees during your lunch or Fox Focus time in the cafeteria. Cash or check are accepted. Are you interested in learning yoga? Join us in room 254 next Wednesday during your Fox Focus time to learn the basics of the practice that will help you find flexibility in both body and mind. No special clothing is required, but be prepared to move. All necessary equipment will be provided. The varsity football team takes on the Chapin Eagles tonight at 7:30 in the stadium. Tickets are $7 at the gate. Remember, new security procedures are in place for all home games. Be prepared for a bag check and handheld metal detectors. Admission will also be charged for the duration of the game. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.